to Scuba Shack. Today we're going to talk about exposure suits. Exposure suits are the key ingredient for having a great dive, and a very warm and safe one. Once people get done getting their open water certification, they come back in the store and they say, hey, I'm ready to get going on my adventure. And the first thing they want to know is, what is the first purchase? I always tell them their exposure suit, because if you're not warm, you're not going to stay underwater. And if you're not staying underwater, you're not having fun. And you're not seeing the wonderful aquatic life. With that being stated, there are two types of exposure suits, wet and dry. Dry suits, as they're most commonly referred to, trap air between the skin and the exposure suit in order to keep you warm. Wet suits, as the name implies, trap water between the skin and the exposure suit to keep you warm. Now within that, there are different types of neoprene, neoprene being the most commonly used product in making wetsuits. Neoprene comes in different mils. This is a 1 mil. Very thin. This is a 3 mil. A little bit thicker. And again, here's 5 mil. Notice it's even more thicker than the 3 mil. They also come in 7, 11, and 12, and there's some others in between there. Depending on the manufacturer, it will depend on how thick it is. The most important thing to recognize is the type of diving that you plan on doing, because that will determine what type of exposure suit that you're planning on using. We carry Aqualung and Scuba Pro. Now, within both these manufacturers and others out there, they make different styles and in different cuts and designs. By coming into the store and taking a look at the full line of products that we have by each manufacturer, you'll be able to discover the one that fits the type of diving that you plan on doing. But to give you an idea what is out there and what you need to be thinking about, this is made by Aqualung. It's a vest, okay? So it just covers your torso. And it can come in different mils depending on how warm or thin you need it in order to keep you warm. Now, they also, bumping up from that, a little more coverage, we have what is called a shorty. Shorty being that it just comes down like a pair of shorts. It covers the torso. Notice on both these that the logo is facing you. That's the front. That's an easy way to tell what is front and back. The zipper here is in the front, but the logo's on. If I turn it around, the logo is small. Now this is important in a moment, and I'll explain why it's important. Now, we're bumping up and we're going to a full size. This here is a 1 mil, and notice the logo in front, nice, able to see it. But if I turn it around, this has a zipper in the back, okay? The zipper goes in the back while the logo goes in the front. Another way to determine that you've got it, you're putting it on correctly, is where are the knee pads? Knee pads should be in the front, corresponding with the logo. Go. A 1 mil is for nice for really tropical areas, warm, where you want some exposure protection, but you don't want a lot because the water's warm. You don't want to overheat. At the same time, you can bump up. This is a 3 mil. This has a few more features to it. Again, the logo in the front. Right? But notice here we got a little zipper for the neck, so to help you, give you a little more space to put it on. And if you flip it around, full zipper in the back, but this one goes a little bit diagonal. This is to help you out if you're right-handed to zip it up. But this also has some other features that go with it as well. Just like the neck, it has a zipper to help with the wrists. So once you get it on, you can cinch it down to control the water flow. And that's important because a nice fitting wetsuit should not be either too big or too small. It should fit perfectly. That being that if it's too big, then water will flow, pulling the heat away from your body, and you'll get cold very quickly. At the same token, if it's too tight, the water, instead of having the water resistant, you'll have it against your skin too tight, and your blood doesn't flow, and it'll restrict blood flow, and again, will not keep you warm. This is an Aqualung. Again, on the cuff, 5 mil, as you, mil. It is a unisex, meaning that it fits both male and female. Has a horizontal zipper. This one happens to have kidney pads on it. The seams are taped. These are different features, but both manufacturers have them. Have different features. Depending on the type that you need or want and the type of diving will determine which one that you're going to want to purchase. Keep in mind, by coming to the store and us using a chart from the manufacturer based off your weight and your height, we can determine which one is going to fit you the best so you get the best fit, but also you can try it on to make sure that this is the one you want based off the type of diving you plan on diving. I hope this helps you out when you decide that you need to come in and pick the best exposure suit. Keep in mind, we have just been using general terms based off of two of our favorite manufacturers that we carry here at Scuba Shack.